Hi guys, so today I thought maybe we would do our lesson outdoors. How about that? Be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe you can take in Spanish concepts a lot easier if I'm just talking to you about it while I'm showing you scenery while you're sitting in your house. That might help you learn more, keep you on track rather than just looking at the book or my drawings or whatever else I come up with. Hola chicos, hoy estamos aquí en el campo, en las montañas pequeñas, en Vacaville. Ahí está Vacaville, por ahí. Aquí estamos en el campo, afuera. Me gusta estar afuera cuando todo está verde. Aquí puedes ver el árbol y las piedras, diferentes cosas afuera, pero está muy bonito por aquí. Si quieres bajar, te vas por allí, pero nosotros no vamos a bajar. Vamos a pasar estas piedras. Vamos a pasar este árbol grande. Vamos a pasar por todo esto verde y las piedritas, las piedras grandes. Y vamos a subir. Vamos adelante. Vamos a ver qué vamos a ver. Hace mucho viento, ¿verdad? Hace mucho viento. Aquí tenemos unas piedras grandes, unas vacas por ahí, si pueden verlas. Vamos a pasar por aquí. Hay un árbol grande. Vamos a ver qué está debajo de ese árbol. Vamos a pasar adelante y vamos a ir a la derecha. No vamos a ir a la izquierda. A la derecha nos vamos. Vamos a ver si tenemos amigos aquí. No hay ninguna persona, no hay ningún animal aquí. Ayer estuvieron muchas vacas aquí, pero hoy no tenemos vacas. Ayer sí tuvimos muchas vacas aquí. Vacas grandes, vaquitas pequeñas. Y me fui por allí ayer. Hay mucho viento. Las vacas están ahí hoy. Estas vacas estuvieron aquí ayer. All right, too windy. We'll just go here. So, Gramática 2 on page 142. The good news on this is that it's a repaso, it's a review about verbs with reflexive pronouns and direct objects. I showed you guys a couple of videos on this even after I was your teacher for that short little time we got to meet together. And I will put those links in here. I think they will be in tomorrow's lesson. So if you look for links on YouTube videos for reflexive pronouns and direct objects, I think one of them says something like reflect your verby, V-E-R-B-Y. And the other one I think might be that Senor Jordan, where he does the little song, a reflexive verb ends in say, that one. So if you want to look at those, they will be on tomorrow's lesson. So just look at those links. When my plan today is just to go through this with you guys here and then go over the exercise on this page too, 26, Actividad 26. But if you want, and also to include the video from the curriculum that I was showing you guys when we would meet together. That's that comes with the book. So that's my plan. But if you want to get some more instruction on this, it should be in tomorrow's lesson. So look at it as well. Those two videos are like, 3 or 4 minutes each. So then if you really want to, learn all the stuff and then do actividad 26, that's fine. All right? So let's look at it. So in English, to talk about what a person did to himself or herself, you use a reflexive pronoun or you use a possessive adjective with a part of the body. So you could say, I burned myself. That's like saying like, Mrs. Myers burned Mrs. Myers. You wouldn't say that. You would say Mrs. Myers burned herself. You would just use that reflexive pronoun. Herself replaces Mrs. Myers, okay? So I burned my hand. Okay, that's what we say, I burned my hand. We use a possessive adjective. I'm the subject. What did I do? Burned, past tense. What did I burn? The hand. Specifically, what kind of hand? My hand, okay? I burned my hand. We could say I burned a hand or I burned the hand. There's going to be times that you might use those for some specific reason, especially with, more context around it. You'd see why you said it that way. Like, has anybody here ever burned a hand? I burned a hand. You could say it that way, right? Or if like, you had like this, sculpture in the house of this hand and somebody was like, hey, there's this ash here, where the sculpture used to be. What happened? And you could say, I burned the hand. So there's ways that you would say that. But usually when you're talking about your own hand, you're going to say, I burned my hand. Now, in Spanish, you always use a reflexive pronoun either alone or in addition to a definite article with a part of the body. Okay? So, me quemé. I burned myself. Quemar is to burn. Quemar is to burn. Quemar. So that's a regular AR verb. So yo quemé, tú quemaste. All right. So now here's the important thing you have to remember here, guys. When you see that me quemé, remember that me is not the subject, right? Me is not the subject. Me is like me gusta, te gusta, le gusta. It's one of those object pronouns, an indirect object pronoun. So you have the me that's there. Remember, what's the subject here? It's yo, right? Yo quemé. I burned. Yo quemé what? La basura? I burned the trash? No, I burned myself. Yo quemé yo. Well, you wouldn't say it that way, would you? Yo quemé yo. I burned I. You wouldn't say that. You'd say I burned myself. So in Spanish, you say yo me quemé. I myself burned. Basically, it's kind of what you're saying, right? So now here's where we can get in trouble because I speak Spanish, but I think in English. And some of you guys who speak Spanish in this class, or your parents do or whatever, you might also think in English because you live here. So you might say, me quemé mi mano. I burned my hand. Me quemé mi mano. That wouldn't be right. We'd understand you, but that's not the right way to say it. You want to say me quemé la mano. Why? Because la is a certain thing. La is a definitive article. Okay, when you say la mano, you're saying the hand. If you were saying a hand, you'd say una mano. To say my hand, you'd say mi mano. Again, remember that mi doesn't mean the subject, right? The subject would be yo. Yo me quemé mi mano. Yo me quemé una mano. Una mano. Yo me quemé la mano. But the right way to say it in Spanish is going to be to use the la. Why? Because it's the. Why is that right? Because that's the definitive article. You're supposed to use the definite. You're supposed to use the definite article when you're using a reflexive verb. Why? Because you're already using the me in there to be showing you that you did it to yourself. Or te quemaste la mano. Well, you already said te, so it means you. So you wouldn't say te quemaste tu mano. You wouldn't say nosotros nos quemamos nuestros manos. You would say nosotros nos quemamos las manos. Okay? So just remember you have those three different options there. You have the definite article, the, which in Spanish might be la, or, and then you have the indefinite article, which would be in English, I need a student. Okay, not a specific one. I need a student. It's indefinite. So that would be like, say, una for mano. Could be una or unos or uno or una. So una mano. And then the possessive, when you're saying it's mine, hey, that's my book, es mi libro, es mi mano. So don't do mi mano, tu mano, su mano, nuestras manos when you're using the reflexive, because you don't need it, because you already said it right here. Okay, if you look at me quemé la mano, the me is what is showing you that it's yours. So you don't need to say mi mano. It's saying it twice, and you're not supposed to do that. Just use the definite there, because the me already made it clear. All right? And again, the me is not the subject. What's the subject there? Yo, right? Yo. So in the sentence me quemé la mano, is the reflexive pronoun me used as a direct or as an indirect object? Okay, you can pause this if you want to think about it for a second. Me quemé la mano. Is the me reflexive pronoun, is it used as a direct object or as an indirect object? It's an indirect object, okay? Because I burned the hand. That's what I burned. But the me quemé is that I did it to myself. Okay, so just a small point. If you don't get that completely, I guess it's okay. All right.